Before I started working with Suck, I'd been overweight pretty much all my life, from quite a young age. Um, Kind of through school, lost a bit here, there. But over the years, sort of after getting married, the weight just started piling on. Slowly, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Up to my sort of the heaviest was 115 kilos. I tried all sorts of diets and so on that people tend to use. So I'd done Cambridge diet where I was just drinking shakes. I'd done sort of variations of Atkins diet, Slimming World, and also intermittent fasting. I'd lose weight. I'd get some successes. So I'd lose some weight, but every time the weight would just come back on again, and each time probably more weight would go on. I was just having a lot of bad habits. I always thought the only way to lose weight was literally cut out everything, so that's how I do it. And you'd get motivated for a little while, lose a bit of weight, but it's hard to sustain something like that. Cutting out all the little things that you might like, having a bit of a drink, having some junk food. So I could never sustain it and never keep going. The main hesitations when joining the program, I guess, was the cost. That was the biggest one. I always thought it's a lot of money to spend on yourself or on a trainer and so on. Like I said, I've done diets before and they're relatively low cost. And you don't have to pay much, but it does cost a bit of money. But the way you got to see that is it's an investment in yourself. And it's whether you're willing to make that investment on yourself. But embarrassment, maybe going to someone who is obviously in really good shape and so on, and going the way you are, that was an element of not sort of hesitating in joining the program, and a bit of it was the unknown. I didn't know what it would be like in terms of results. So results have been amazing. I've been working with Suck now since May last year. Something I mentioned earlier about trying all these other diets and not sustainable. I think the biggest thing that working with Suck has done is enabled me to have something that's sustainable and therefore I can be consistent with. I think with sort of weight loss, with trying to train and get bigger muscles, so on, everything's about consistency, but consistency is very difficult if you haven't got something that's sustainable. So doing Atkins diet or something like that, or cutting out all junk food, all alcohol, like I mentioned, you can do it for a little while, but it's very difficult to keep going. I've been on working with something now since May. I've rarely gone a week without having a drink of alcohol. Every day I'm allowed a bit of junk food, so all the things that I like. So it hasn't actually felt like a diet. It just feels right. It feels normal. I've lost almost 20 kilos in weight now. I've probably lost more than that in fat because I've gained muscle. I'm probably in the best shape of my life. And like I mentioned, this has changed a whole lot of my habits. This is life for me now. I rarely have a takeaway. Cut down on ultra processed food big time. Cook more at home. Even when we go out to eat, I tend to have better options. So I might have a salad and I'll have the double up on the protein or something like that. So it's changed me in a big way, and it's having positive impacts on my family as well. So they're changing, they're eating a lot better. It's been amazing, to be honest. I feel stronger, feel fitter, which is noticeable when I'm playing football. Lots of comments from family, friends on the way I've looked. I need a whole new wardrobe, which is a good thing. So what I'd recommend to someone sitting on the fence, and whether I'd recommend Suck, like I mentioned, you've only got one body. There is a cost to this, using this program, but it's an investment in yourself. You've got to invest in yourself. And if you see it like that, it's not actually that big of a cost. For me, this is life-changing. I've been wanting to get to this shape for 10, 20 years or more. So if I kind of take the cost of that, spread it over that kind of time span, it doesn't cost a lot at all. Personally, I've got children. The biggest thing is I'll do anything for them, so I've got to get myself in shape so I can be here for them. Anyone sitting on the fence, I think you've got to give it a go. It's a bit like an analogy of, well, if something was wrong with your car, you'd go to a mechanic. It's the same kind of thing. This person, Suk, is a professional. He is a professional in this field, and he's still learning, and he still tries to learn more and more and more. So why wouldn't you go to a professional to try and help you get into the best shape of your life? Whatever that may be losing weight in my case, or if you want to sort of gain more muscle and so on, it's best to go to a professional, someone who knows how to do it and who can tailor a program which suits you. That was a big thing working with Suk. He got to know me, got to know what I like, what I don't like. So he wasn't going to try and give me a program where it was, well, you can't drink alcohol because it's something that isn't going to work for me. So, but it's those kind of things. Working with Suk has been great because he understands things, even things that he is not even sort of common to. So he doesn't drink alcohol himself, but he does research into sort of how it can help me to sort of reduce my consumption. And he also given tips on other things like sleep and recovering from injuries. So I'd 100% recommend working with Suk. Make that leap, make the investment in yourself.